Alright guys, so I recently made a video on the most wealthy poker players in the world, and now we're looking at some poker players that had some money but went completely broke.
Some have yet to stick to the rules of the game in real life. We're talking about players who were once considered pros, but eventually broke out due to poor decisions.
That's gotta be so hard to do, bro. I mean, I guess not, but it's like, man, diversify your money, right? Like, I mean, if you guys are getting more successful with money, like, gotta diversify, right? Put some money into stock, put some money into savings, real estate, franchises, bro, something like
Archie Karas.
Archie
Karas is the living legend of the gambling world.
Don't know who this
Karas
guy
made
is.
and lost more money playing poker, along with other gambling games, than many people see in their lifetime. From there, Karas just kept going. Between the years 1992...
I think that's the biggest problem. If you can't manage your money on your own, that's the problem I have with staking, right? Like when you guys get money, like if you can't make the money on your own, like you probably just can't make the money, right? Like, I don't know. And maybe some people would argue and like, you know, with Shark Tank and stuff where they get some money. I don't know. Though.
Archie played poker tournaments for the highest stakes and went against
weird.
anyone who would take him on, doing exceptionally well at different poker games and crushing his rivals. By the year 1995, Karas was a legend in Vegas, having earned around more than $40 million in winnings.
Bro, what do you mean you lost 40 million?
His actual $10,000 stake.
What?
But things started to go bad for the Greek.
Never mind. Everything I said previous about not taking out, bro. Hey, I'm going to the bank.
Whose fortunes began to turn. Mostly because the poker player was no longer getting much action at poker tables. And as an action junkie, Archie needed to play something, so he would hit all the baccarat tables and also play for big stakes. This is exactly
Moving games seems to be a
where
little bit
the
of a
run
mess up.
ended, as Karas experienced 2 monumental losses at these games and gave back about $30 million of Archie's total bankroll in just 2 nights. Moreover,
In 2 nights? Where's risk management? Bro, I'm telling you, this literally makes me not want to do some of the, like, it's so hard. If you make that much money, I guess, but the thing is, if you make that much money, you have to risk that much. It's like,
the tremendous downswing
God,
ended
dude.
very soon for him, and Archie Karas was allegedly to be completely penniless after having been one of the biggest poker winners the city had seen up to that point in time. Now, to this day, Archie Karas still remains a fabled name in gambling circles, and a cautionary tale of what such gambling games can do to fantastic poker players.
where is he now?
Stu Unger.
Where's Archie, bruh?
There are many amazing
Can't say
poker
that.
players
I'm
around
just
the
kidding,
world,
but I
but
would
Stu
probably
Unger
wanna
is
die.
considered a poker legend. To date, he is considered one of the best Hold'em players in the world, while his legendary poker status is worth talking about, as his story of his rise and fall intrigues many. He first emerged to fame when Unger won the 1980 World Series of Poker, or also called the WSOP main event, at a young age. Now, because of this, he earned himself the nickname The Kid. Amazingly, this also happened to be Unger's very first poker tournament. Unger then repeated his success when Unger won a second WSOP bracelet in the year 1981 and took home around $95,000 in prize money. Together, Unger managed to make almost $30 million in poker winnings throughout his career. But while he was at his peak, the cracks in Unger's life began to show after he won his second WSOP title. Unger took to cocaine to get through long poker sessions, which eventually spiraled into a full-blown addiction. Due to his abuse of narcotics, Unger's nose had even collapsed twice.
Damn.
Soon after, he became a compulsive gambler who would win money on poker tables and lose them all to betting on horse races and other gaming events. His last WSOP win came in 1997 when he clinched.
I think that's the problem, right? Like most people, like if you get very successful, you're like, okay, well, I want to do something else, right? Like I'm at the top of this. Like I feel like I've kind of done that with video games a little bit, like playing very competitively at a high level, and then you just get bored because you're like, you know, oh, these games are just boring, right? Like, I'm winning, maybe I lose sometimes, but like who really, like I'm
the
overall
main
a
event
winning
title,
player.
but eventually spent all
win
his
at a really
winnings
high
on his
level.
drug addiction. In the year 1998, Unger died of a heart disease caused by years of drug abuse.
Rip the dream.